Let's now move on to our next segment. But first, let's say hello to our Senior Management Executive Chairman, Jack Chua, CEO of ERA Singapore, Marcus Chu, COO of Project Marketing, Doris Ong, COO of Agency Business, Thomas Tan, CFO, Po Chi Young, and KEO, Eugene Lim. Good morning, Senior Management. Give a big smile and wave to the camera as we capture you for a photo opportunity. Very nice. To everyone tuning in live from Facebook right now, make sure you like, comment, and share this live session. Let us now watch the official MOU signing ceremony between ERA Singapore and RedBrick Mortgage Advisory. Let's keep our eyes on the screen as CEO Marcus tells us more about it.
The new vision of ERA Singapore to be Asia's leading real estate agencies by providing evolutionary solutions and services to our clients. Executive Chairman, distinguished partners, fellow ERA teammates, ladies and gentlemen, a very good day to all of you. Once again, I would like to thank the Executive Chairman and the Board of Directors of APAC Realty for their trust in appointing me as ERA's Chief Executive Officer. Standing on the shoulders of my predecessor, I will set forth to realize the new vision of ERA Singapore to be Asia's leading real estate agencies by providing evolutionary solutions and services to our clients. Since 1982, for the last 39 years, ERA has always been setting and redefining industry standards through the pioneering of real estate concepts, technologies, initiatives, and services. My missions for all new ERA is to provide a superior real estate transaction experience with efficient, professional, trusted advisors. To achieve that, we have to outline 3 strategic areas. Number 1, innovations. Number 2, collaborations. Number 3, interoperability. Let's talk about innovations. We believe continuous innovations is the only way to achieve a superior real estate transactions experience. The accelerated pace of digital transformations during this pandemic has created many opportunities and benefited our industry as a whole, barring all dramatic policy changes in the real estate world. Recently, we launched Realty Watch by ERA with the goal to empower consumers with the knowledge of the most up-to-date property transactions informations in their neighborhoods that they are residing in, so as to aid in their home buying, selling, and leasing process. It also grants direct access to ERA trusted advisors to assist consumers in their property needs. It is my belief that real estate transactions will continue to remain a high-touch consumer services and require trusted advisors to walk through with consumers in order to optimize their property goals. Prior to Realty Watch by ERA, we have also developed a version 1 robo-advisor to aid our salespersons to help consumer with their property buying and selling needs on various scenarios. Using this advanced algorithm, the bot is able to instantaneously propose customized property solutions according to the financial unique profiles and needs of the customer. Now, the entire version of ERA robo-advisors include investment analysis and project recommendation functions as well. Let's talk about collaborations. I believe PropTech must be collaborative, and ERA is excited to partnering RedBrick, Singapore's largest independent mortgage advisory firm. As a leader in this space, RedBrick has a success blueprint and is a comprehensive service provider that will make home financing a breeze, unlocking the maximum value on financial loans for properties owners. Now, RedBrick and ERA share a common belief to empower our customers with digital access, related advisories, and knowledge. Today's collaborations is empowering RedBrick's customers with ERA's Realty Watch and version 1 robo-advisor, empowering home seller, buyers, landlord, and tenants to conduct their own research before they engage ERA trusted advisors for all their real estate needs. Along with the innovative tech tools that we are granting access, RedBrick's clients can also gain the latest property launch informations and promotions, as well as direct access to ERA's suite of real estate advisory. Let's talk about interoperability. We believe for a thriving digital ecosystem, we need an interoperable digital framework. And digitalizations democratize the industry. And the ability to connect and exchange data enable us to engage like-minded partners through technology, thus opening a brand new business opportunity and other potentials. To achieve our next quantum leap, the key is to use digitalizations and the initiatives to unlock the insights into new frontiers that can benefit our consumers. I am extremely excited today to spearhead these collaborations with RedBrick. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEO Marcus. May I now invite Mr. Eugene Huang, Director of RedBrick, to say a few words.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are very excited today to be collaborating with ERA to explore digitalization and the use of data in this digital economy to enhance consumers' home buying and selling journey. RedBrick has advised more than 150,000 homeowners on their home financing since 2013. Last year, we helped finance more than 10,000 homes with over 6 billion in mortgages. Interest cost is one of the largest expenses associated with a property purchase. And RedBrick helps to keep this cost low by seeking the best in market financing terms and constantly recalibrating our clients' loan portfolio to keep their interest costs in check. Through this partnership with ERA, we want to cultivate and create the best practices on how to build and execute data-driven innovation, increase productivity and efficiency in our industries. We will do this by providing the digital tools that will help home buyers and sellers plan forward in their property journey. By enabling home buyers to know the options available, it allows them to understand property as an asset better. When clients come prepared, together we can show the options that can match their life goals. When consumers understand how it works, they will learn why professional assistance is so valuable and key to their success. Technology helps both homeowners and real estate professionals identify opportunities more accurately. Partnering RedBrick mortgage advisories with ERA realtors, it will bring 300 degrees support for home buyers and sellers by taking the best of what technology can offer and empowering ERA realtors to become even sharper in their property advisory. As a team, real estate and mortgage professionals bring much more to the table, reducing uncertainty while saving time and money. Thank you, everybody, and we look forward to progress together.
Such exciting times ahead for ERA Singapore and RedBrick Mortgage Advisory indeed. So if everybody tuning in on Facebook Live right now, make sure you're liking, commenting, and sharing this session. So why and how is this collaboration between the two leaders in the industry a game changer? Let's hear more in this In Conversation segment between CEO Marcus and Director of RedBrick, Mr. Eugene Huang.
When you speak about real estate, when you talk about ERA, your team, the sparkle in your eyes is still the same sparkle that I see compared to 15 years ago. Same sparkle.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you keep up the sparkle?
It's about passion.
You know, the first time I saw you, right, in action was in 2007.
2007. Okay.
You were at speaking at one of the recruitment sessions. Yes. And then I was a young banker, then. I was a young banker, and then I accompanied a friend to come listen to you, right?
Right.
And then I saw you from a distance, right? I said, wow, how come this guy got so much energy? And that was 07, right? 07 is about how many years ago?
07.
Close.
15 years ago?
15 years ago.
About 15 years ago.
And you sound exactly the same today. How do you find your energy? How do you find your energy?
Energy comes from within. Energy is something that is, firstly, is God's given. Well, another thing that is also about the activity that you do. Okay, I think active lifestyle play a big role in this special gifts that I have, which is energy.
Energy.
Energy, there's two types of energy. One is positive energy, of course, the other one is the reverse.
Sure.
So I believe positive energy comes from activities, which is how active you are. What I meant is active lifestyle, okay, such as exercise, such as walking, climbing, cycling, running.
These I understand, but it doesn't explain, right? The sparkle in your eyes, when you speak about real estate, when you talk about ERA, your team, it's still the same sparkle that I see compared to 15 years ago. Same sparkle.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you keep up the sparkle?
It's about passion.
I see.
I think it's something that you like, something that you love, then you will have that sparkle. Right?
Yes.
Just like
Agree.
RedBrick. I see you're smiling, you're sparkling.
Yeah. I think it's a belief of what we are doing, It helps society in general, right? We try to help all homeowners, property owners in Singapore buy properties more effectively, right? Manage the properties more effectively. I think I can't call this a calling, but I feel very happy doing what I do every single day.
Yeah, actually, it's true. If you keep on doing, the things for the purpose of rewarding yourself, then there will come a stage that what's more do you want to receive? So maybe it's the thing about giving rather than receiving.
Absolutely.
That will give us a more rewarding and satisfaction.
Yeah.
So I think your point, we share the same common belief that by giving and helping others, it's more rewarding for us.
That's true.
I think consumer aside, besides them, there is also the real estate practitioner, which is our trusted advisors. They are also people that we are focusing in giving to them our knowledge, our experience, our skill, and now in the age of digitalizations, we are giving them tools that can empower them to perform their duties as a trusted advisor. Yeah. Now, RedBricks have a lot of initiatives, and I believe RedBricks have a great reach to homeowners and buyers out there. And you know, I have personally witnessed the efficiency and speed of your advisors, okay, or your mortgage brokers. So, you know, it's so fast that they respond to an inquiry. It's truly impressed me. So, actually, how do you impart this?
Actually, it's because your realtors, EIA realtors, make transactions happen so fast.
Oh, yeah?
We got no choice, right, but to respond fast, you know. so you make the transaction happen, right? We make sure that the clients have the funds, right, to carry through the transaction. So one of my beliefs is not just about how good you feel, right? It's about being able to find help when you need it.
Hey, actually, I'm quite curious. What's the service that a mortgage broker provides for a consumer? Do you do a lot of comparisons of bank loans before you offer the best bank loan according to the client's needs?
Actually, it's more than just rates. Rates is obviously what we do, right? We really aggregate about 16, 18 banks in Singapore. We spend time understanding, dissecting all the rates packages. You know, there's rates and there's features, there's benefits, there's little clauses to look out for. But beyond that, it's about structuring the loan, right? How it should be structured. When homeowners are transiting from one property to another,
right?
How do you do the bridging seamlessly, right? Realtors will take care of the physical transition. We take care of the financial transition. Yeah, I think real estate is probably the biggest thing you buy, you spend on, right? You consume, and it's quite scary when you're committing to something that's worth 10, 20, 30 years of your salary.
That's true.
Yeah, it's quite daunting, right? So we try to make it as easy as possible for our clients. Yeah, and hopefully we can help EIA realtors.
Oh, definitely. I
and your
believe.
clients.
I believe so,
this.
because there is always this hassle of doing refinancings and also finding the suitable banks that can fulfill our clients' needs. And a lot of times has been spent by the realtor to look for the best banco. So by having RedBrick advisory with working alongside with our realtors, I believe that will definitely value add our consumer and our clients. Okay, because ultimately what's important is to provide the unbiased and the best solutions for our customer. So I think the services that your firms provide is truly a great it's truly a great help to all our realtors.
Thank you. You know, when you talk about refinancing, most people, when they commit to a property, they don't know this. But if you are taking financing for a property, you're actually, if you buy a property at $1 million, throughout the 20, 30 years that you're servicing your loan, yeah, you might be paying 20-30% more for the same property. Why? Because you got to pay interest to the bank.
That's true.
Right? And if you don't keep this in check, that means you don't review this every now and then, you could be paying $100,000-$200,000 more.
Yeah. So if you are careful on this, then you probably have a lot of savings.
That's right.
Of transaction costs.
That's right. So while ERA real estate agents, right, find the best pricing for their buyers, we will try to come in and help make this holding cost as low, ownership cost as low as possible too. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely it's a value add to our agents and also to our consumer with our collaboration. And I strongly believe that this is the way to go for the industry. But there is also another thing about the industry transformations. Currently, we all know that there is this digitalization is changing the way we do our business. And that also includes your space, which is financing. So what are the changes that you expect to see in the near future?
I hope that if today you bring a client to look at the property and you feel like the client feels like buying it, I hope that we will be able to process the application within an hour and issue the loan to them. It's not quite rocket science as it seems, right? Yes, the quantum is big, but the underwriting criteria, risk underwriting criteria is quite straightforward.
Right.
So speed is definitely one thing. Number two, I think that with, for example, ERA's IERA robo-advisor.
Right.
Right. The planning, the budgeting, the cash flow management, what a buyer would expect would actually be all laid out for them already, so they know exactly what's going to happen, and they're so prepared. The process can be so smooth, right? So transactions can happen. Today, if you're refinancing a loan, you used to have to give a 3 months notice to the bank. It has now come down to 2 months.
Right.
Given time, it will come down to a month, and switching in the future could be in a matter of weeks. So I believe that real estate transactions, when you buy a property, right, you don't really have to wait 3 months to move into the property, right? You could move in the next day if you wanted to. With the help of technology, when we employ fintech to work with proptech, right, things can happen much faster.
Right. So it's about speed.
Yes.
Ultimately, it's about how fast our service.
Yes.
To deliver the products to the customer, in this case is property.
Yes, that's right.
Certainly, I totally agree with you. There's this thing about refinancing probably takes about notice to refinance takes 3 months in the past, and it has reduced 2 months and probably 1 month. I'm always very curious. Why 3 months and why 2 months and why now 1 month? And is it because that the banks wants to earn additional interest before letting you go to another bank? Or is it because there's so much things or checks that you need to do?
Actually, it's the paperwork.
It's seriously the
paperwork.
administration.
Yes.
And administrations can be overcome with can be assisted with technology. I'm very sure that this can be done.
During my initial years in banking, I used to have to fax. We go to a photocopier, we press numbers, ti-ti-ta-ta,
Yes, true.
and then you hear the fax transmission. That's how we did case submissions.
Yeah, for those of you who do know what is fax, Google fax, and then you know what is fax. But actually, incidentally, ERA was founded in 1972, and that founder then Jim Jackson has named ERA, which represent Electronic Realty Associate, which is aligned with technology and digitalization during that time. We recall that the founder have used and revolutionized using fax machines to empower consumer during that time about their neighborhood transaction prices. We continue to harness this concept, which is to to let the consumer knows what is their neighborhood transaction
Yes.
prices. But now it's not fax machine. Now it's with our Realty Watch.
I've always been very amazed at the kind of innovation that ERA adopts. You know, when you first shared with me about Realty Watch, I thought, wow, how come nobody thought of this earlier? You know, this is so essential, right? Today I own a property, but I don't know how much it's worth because I've been staying here for the last 10, 15 years.
That's true.
Right? I should be updated because I could be missing out a lot of opportunities, right?
You probably don't know that your neighbor has sold their property away.
Exactly. So today you're pushing the information to me is wonderful.
Yeah, because what we see in the media and the headlines news is only about, you know, property market has grown by 2% for this quarter, and that is the growth represented by the property price index.
Exactly.
And
It's like, what's it got to do with me, right? Market went up 2%, so what, right?
So overall market, and property price index is a composite, index
Correct.
that represents the landed, the non-landed, the new and the resale property in the residential market, and it's also in the core central region, rest of the core region, and outside core central region. So basically, any layman out there will not know what does that mean.
Exactly.
And if the overall market increased by 2% growth, it doesn't mean that your neighborhood property has increased by 2%. Possibly more than that, or possibly less than that.
If you tell me my neighbor sold for $500,000 more than I bought at, right? That's where I get real excited. Right?
Oh, yeah?
Not when I read the news and when it says overall market picked up 2%.
Right.
Fantastic. This is such a great initiative, you know.
Of course, it is tailor-made to individual. All right, it's not the overall market. It's tailor-made to individual at your place of residence.
Fantastic.
And it also applies to, besides seller, homeowner, it also applies to landlord, because we also send the informations of renter, the most current renter of that properties. Okay, and over the past few months, we have seen an increase in rental price. So if you are a landlord, you know, you probably do not know that currently the rental have actually increased quite a fair bit. So the next time when you are renewing your lease agreement with your tenant, you know, if you are equipped with the latest informations of rental in your property, around your properties,
I know how to charge my
Watch,
tenant. Yeah.
right? Then you are empowered with the informations, and you know you make the right decisions.
Yes. Fantastic. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and you will not be, you know, you will not be disturbed by anyone if you do not want to. I hate to use the word disturb, but it's always the case that if someone wants to go and buy something, for example, if you enter a shopping mall, and if a salesperson keep on following you,
Harassing, you mean?
possibly not harassing, it's like, hey sir, can I help you? And then he continue to follow you wherever you go in that shop, you know, what's that experience? It's no good, isn't it? So it's not very positive. I know the salesperson has been very helpful, but I want to have my own time to browse the things that I want to buy.
Exactly. I want to be on my earpods, you know, doing my own thing. And then when I need help, I just need to turn around, right? Somebody is ready to help me.
Right.
But I must be the one initiating, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Realty Watch does that, right?
Realty Watch gives you the full control. If you do not want any disturbance from any real estate salesperson, then there's no need for you, you know, to be followed by someone.
I see. So gone are the days of me receiving flyers telling me, you know, transactions, because these are all dated, right?
Old school?
Old school, yeah, old school and old information.
But actually, you guys stays in HDB, stays in your landed properties, or even any kind of residence, you do receive mailers and flyers, brochures. I mean, in today's context, I believe you still receive, and inside that flyers, there's always these very informative transaction prices of what has been transacted in your neighborhood. You know, these are printed marketing materials.
Yes.
And in today, technology advancement, we are using apps. We are also using, something like what we have provide for RedBrick's clients. the Realty Watch. So Realty Watch help you to watch the neighborhood transaction prices without referring to all the flyers or
Yes.
the brochures. It is
Love it.
all digital.
From
Yes.
today onwards, I'm going to lock up my letterbox, right? No more flyers coming in. I'll just depend on Realty Watch.
And what's more, we are having a 39-year anniversary ERA Realty Watch, all right, rewards program. And what's that?
What's that?
We are giving away 39 five-star staycations. 39 five-star staycations to our lucky VIPs. So if you subscribe to Realty Watch, you stand a chance to stay in a 5-star hotel.
On you.
Yes, all on us.
Fantastic.
Because
Now we sound like a radio talk show.
because we value RedBrick's clients. And these collaborations truly, it's something that I really look forward, okay, to enrich all ERA teammates, ERA customers, and also RedBrick's customers.
Great.